have the latest from Moscow and analyse the impact of sanctions, both on Russia and the knock-on effects for the rest of the world. But first, here's our international correspondent, Orla Geary.
By night, they defend the capital. Skies full of fire. These Ukrainian troops are still holding off Russian forces. Their president calling on the invaders to lay down their arms.
Бросайте вашу технику и уходите.
Drop your weapons and get out of here. Do not believe your commanders. Do not believe your propagandists. Just save your lives and go.
Уходите.
And in a Kiev children's hospital, a young victim of Europe's newest war lies between life and death. He's just 13, and doctors tell us as his family tried to flee, they came under fire. It's unclear from which side.
The smallest brother was killed, fortunately. This boy has injuries of face and also injuries of spine. It's very difficult to say at this moment what is the prognosis, but we will try to do everything to save this child.
Here at Okhmadet Hospital, the largest pediatric centre in Ukraine, staff are used to battling disease. Now they have to adjust to war on their doorstep. Most of the patients have been moved to the basement for safety reasons. There was another air raid siren just as we arrived. Now doctors here say they have enough supplies for the moment, but the World Health Organization is warning that if the situation in Kiev gets worse, oxygen supplies could start to run out. And just outside, desperately ill children wait with their worried mothers to be transferred to Poland for cancer treatment no longer available here.
Tom is 6 years old.
Little Artyom must endure a risky journey with his mother, Marina.
I'll be frank, I'm scared, but I can see another way to escape, so we have to do this.
But no escape today in Kharkiv, Ukraine's second largest city. Military experts say it looks like Russia is using cluster bombs, which are banned by many countries.
This is a residential area with no military objects.
Here, a factory of some kind, now destroyed. It was a relentless bombardment of a major city as peace talks were beginning. This was the reception committee for Russian troops in the port city of Berdyansk in the east. Shouts of "Go home." Back in Kiev, the air raid sirens were wailing again, and some were rushing for the railway station, including this group of students from India.
We don't know what's going to happen next, but the only thing is that we are going to go to home, and we're trying our best to go back to home, that's it.
There have been reports of foreign students not being allowed on trains, but in this time of war, hopes all will be treated equally.
In these hard times, I just hope it doesn't matter who's Indian, who's Pakistani, Russian, Ukrainian. We all are just people, we have certain human rights. So I guess in these hard times, we should just help each other and cooperativeness, and that's all.
Many are carried to the station by fear for their children, for their city, and the lives they led until last week. Inside, it was all too much for this beloved pet. And already there are queues for food, some wondering how long it will be before supplies start to run out. Day 5 of the invasion, and Ukraine still resists, but there are fears this city could be put under siege. And once again, darkness brings new danger in the capital. This time, a strike on a radar centre. The city hunkers down for another night, knowing there could be worse to come. Orla Guerin, BBC News, Kiev.
Well, the UN says more than 500,000 people have fled Ukraine since the invasion began last week. Many are travelling to Poland, which borders the west of the country. Our special correspondent Fergal Keane reports from the Ukrainian city of Lviv, close to the Polish border, on the growing refugee crisis.
To the edge of desperation and beyond. In a bewildering crisis. The women and the children of Ukraine fleeing their country. You will not be allowed, the policeman shouts to the men on the stairwell, women and children only. Tempers fray. Back and forth go the arguments and pleas. The police move to help those allowed to board.
So the women and children are being pulled from the crowd on the stairs now so that they can board the train. The police, again, are outnumbered, but they are doing their best. I've seen them go down there into the crowds and try and calm people. But it's very, very difficult given the volatility of the situation. Well, I saw you in the queue. What do you feel? What's happening here?
It's awful. It's very bad.
What age is your baby?
1 year. He's very scared.
Of course. Of course.
The foreign students and workers here find themselves without family help far from home. And if they're men, they must wait until women and children are evacuated.
Well, what is it like for you, this?
Well, it's really stressful, you know. As you can see, I'm a bit nervous. I want to get on the train, but unfortunately I can't. And my visa was supposed to come out tomorrow, but I had to leave as fast as I can. So I just had to pack my stuff and leave.
The UN has warned of a fast deteriorating situation as tens of thousands flee towards Western Europe. Dr. Mohammed Nassinin is a British medic trying to leave with his family.
Here we just come every people panic because we have bad situation here, and we come to try to catch it, but we saw how people, everyone, they want to go to run.
This is what he's run from. The Russian shelling of Kharkiv. And this is the voice of a young woman in the city, terrorized by shelling close to her apartment.
In here, we were just eating like a bit of croissant.
We met Doha from Morocco as she waited for a train.
I cried so much, and I just want to go home, really. I'm not safe anymore here. I left everything. I left my studies. Just pray with us, guys. Thank you so much.
On platform 6, a father's farewell to his infant son. What cannot be held must be let go. Until another day. Fergal Keane, BBC News, Lviv.
Shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakudash, and double honor goes unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and unto the sincere brothers that is preaching out the gospel throughout the four corners of the world. Shalom goes unto the elect that the Most High is giving salvation to into these very last days. I want to get into a quick lesson as I had a clip playing of, Russia invading Ukraine, and bombing Ukraine. All right. And that's what's going on around the news. It's going around the news as this is what? Breaking news, man. All right. And, what? Right now is right now is what? March, the beginning of March which is the beginning of, we still in the beginning of 2022. But as we see, prophecy is jumping left or right. All right. And, these people are seeing it, man. Okay. The whole world is seeing the causes of the words of the Lord, man. Okay. All right. And, getting to about the fact about 2 years ago, 2 years ago, you had COVID-19 that came out. Okay. And it had an impact in the whole world. All right. And it spread throughout the whole world, and it became a big issue. And especially when it came here into America, it became a big issue, and the pandemic hit, people was losing jobs, according to the news, people was getting sick, and people was catching the disease. So that was the issue. And then, like I said, it had an impact here, right? You had to wear a mask. You can't go to restaurants without wearing a mask. 6 feet. You couldn't even go to the gym without a mask. And then, like I said, curfews. Okay? So all these things was happening, man. All right? And then you had the government, Donald Trump, that because of people losing their jobs, he gave out a lot of money away, okay, to a whole lot of people, even though the economy is collapsing still. All right, America don't got no damn money, because you gotta understand that we as people here in America, we're known as debt slaves, man. We're not free, okay. But that was an issue that was going on in a matter of 2 years, man. Okay. And then what? The vaccine. Okay. And the government was so eager on pushing this vaccine onto who? The congregation, man. Who? The Israelites. Okay. Y'all so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. This devil was so eager into pushing this vaccine onto y'all people, man. And y'all simple-minded people, y'all took it. Okay? Y'all took the devil's juice. Okay? And y'all are seeing the results of it, And like I said, that was a big thing in the last 2 years, man. In the beginning of 2020. All right? And let me get that. And this is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. And it says, "For when they say peace and safety, then asunder destruction cometh upon them." You see? And going to the COVID-19, man, because now, out of nowhere, they saying that indoor masks use no longer necessary, across most of the United States of America, man. So it's like now you don't even have to wear a mask. Now you can go to a club, you know what I'm saying, restaurants or whatever the case, a gym, or whatever that our people likes to do. You can do all these things without having a mask or without having the, you know what I'm saying. So there's these things are open for you, man. Okay. So America has rocking our people back to sleep. All right. Verse 3, it says, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3 again, it says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then asunder destruction cometh upon them, as travails upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." All right. So you like I said, man, the situation that's going on over there with Russia invading Ukraine, hey man, that's a crisis, man, that's going on. And like I said, you better believe it's gonna hit America. Okay? because now over there, those, you know, them Russians, Ukraine, those are Edomites. Okay, you might have some confusion of faces of Israelites, you know, going back into, you know, when during the Dark Ages when Israel used to rule over there, but most likely they are going to be, most of those people over there are going to be Edomites. All right. But when this shit pop off over here in America, yo, it's going to be way worse than that, man. Okay? You better believe that. And let me see. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 2, starting at the top. Okay. Psalms chapter 2, starting at the top, and it says, "Why do the heathens rage, and the people imagine a vain thing?" And this is through all the heathens, man, because now the heathens are going to realize who the Lord is, and this applies to your 2/3 Israelites too as well, man. Okay, verse 2: "The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord Yahweh and against the anointed, saying, Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us." Verse 4: "He that sitteth in heaven shall laugh. The Lord Yahweh shall have them in derision." All right? And you better, hey man, the Lord's going to have the last laugh. Okay? You think the Lord cares about them people over there in Ukraine? No. The Lord don't give a damn about them, don't give a damn about them people over there, man. All right? The Lord wants those people to catch hell, man. You know? When people over there, they catching hell by them bombs being dropped in them in the cities, not able to go into, you know, people that are not sitting, that now they're not native from that land. Okay, they trying to flee Ukraine. Okay, some are able to, but some are not. Okay, and they catching hell, man. You know. So this right here is showing that the Most High is having the last laugh, man. Verse 5, and it says, "Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure." You see? And that's what the Most High is doing out here, man. All right. Going to the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 18. And it reads, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Most High Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord Yahweh is darkness and not light." It's darkness and not light, man. Okay? You know? It's going to be a time of evil. Okay? Destruction. All right? And another thing is those bombs that is being dropped over there. You know, it's literally it's making the heavens dark. The sky is dark, man. With the mushroom clouds, you know? With the smokes. Okay? So all this is happening, man. All right? That's pretty much a civil war that's going on over there. So what is it going to be when it hits America, man? It's going to be worse than that. Because here you have the Israelites. And then you got the other nations as well, because America is the mixing pot, right? And then you got Esau. But these nations hate you, man. So-called black man and Latino man and Native American man. You see? Verse 19, it says, "As a man did flee from a lion, and a bear meet him, or went into the house, and they leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him." Yeah, man, because you can run from a situation, all right? And guess what? Another situation is going to calm down your past, man. And you're going to have to deal with that. Okay? And the whole world has dealt with, like I said, with the COVID-19 crisis, right? The pandemic, people, you know what I'm saying? It affected the whole world. Okay? You know? So now is what, man? Now it's going to be war, man. Okay? People going against people, man. All right? People getting killed. You know? Now it's that nuclear war. You see? So you're not running from those situations, man. You're not, because now this is judgment day. We are in judgment day. That is the time that we in. Okay? Everybody that's walking the face of the earth right now, you're set for judgment day. Verse 20 says, shall not the day of the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh shall be darkness? You see that? Judgment day, the day of the Lord, and not light, even very dark, and no brightness in it. All right. Verse 21, I despise your feast days. I will not smell your solemn assemblies, Salakia. Okay. And this apply unto you Israelites, man. Okay. You know, because what end is it for you? Okay. The day of the Lord, man. You know, did not the COVID-19, try to at least get y'all people right? You understand me? Nah, because now Esau Edom has rocked y'all people back into sleep here in the Americas, man. Okay? Y'all chilling now. Y'all don't have to worry about going to the clubs and wearing a mask. Now you can take your little lady on a date without wearing a mask or whatever. You see, you can take it to the mall. You can take it to the movies without no situation. Okay, no curfew. Now you got your job back or whatever the case might be. Esau has rocking y'all niggas back to sleep, man. Here in America. Okay? But that is going to change. And we are seeing it right now, And if you don't see it, you dumb as hell. Okay? Because, you know about war. That war has always been happening outside of America. Okay? But like I said, y'all people are rocking to sleep because y'all believe and y'all trust in this system. Y'all trust in the system of your daddy Esau. Okay? And y'all think it's all gonna be good. You see? Because y'all believe in the military of this system, and y'all believe in this devil. This is Second Address, chapter 15, verse 3, and it says, fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. All right, because hey man, they, like I said, they rocking back to sleep. You know what I'm saying? That COVID-19 has might put that little spark, a little zeal onto a Jake to try to realize and try to, try to pick up knowledge or whatever the case might be. Because I'm pretty sure when people had the curfew, I'm pretty sure that Jakes was going, on the internet, watching YouTube or videos, man. Okay. But now, they back rocking. They going back to sleep, man. Okay, because they don't have the truth. They don't have this which is the word of the Lord, man. Okay. Verse 4 again, it says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. All right. Let me jump down to verse 14. Okay. This is verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwells therein. For the sword and their destruction draws nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And once again, we're seeing that with the Ukraine and it's like with the Russian-Ukraine crisis, man. You got people in the city that's trying to fight back, against the Russians, according to what they send in the news. Okay. So a civil war, right? And it says, verse 16, it says, for there shall be sedition amongst men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor prince. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And these people there in Ukraine, they trying to flee Ukraine. Some of them are able to, and some of them are not. Some of them are trying to go into the ATM so they can go to the airport and try to flee, but they can't, you know. And if you catch it on the video, you can watch it yourself on BBC News. Okay. You know, it was a cop yelling at another man to pretty much like to get out the way. You can't come in. You can't come through. And they show you in the last part of the video how a father had to, pretty much had to let his child go, and he had to stay. And then another thing is, at the age of 18 up to 50, you can't flee the Ukraine. You got to stay. You see? So all this is happening, man. And like I said, you better believe it, that's going to happen here in America, man. But worse, because the Most High has a hatred towards America, okay? America is, the Lord is ready to bring down America. And it's going to happen inside out, okay? And it's known as what? Jacob's trouble, man. It says, Amen. Verse 17, it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid. All right. All this is happening because of the pride of people. All right. People having that pride in their evil ways, their wickedness. And our people has a very great pride in them, not returning unto the Lord, not accepting these prophecies that's jumping and that's coming out these scriptures, man. Verse 19, it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Okay, here in America, man, it's gonna definitely hit here in America worse. Okay, because these people has pride in them, and these people have hatred in their heart. Okay, and these people are fat. Okay, and they don't have no patience here, man. All right, because their way, the ways of America, the philosophy of America is terrible, man. Okay, and when you see this place upside down, these people they're not gonna know how to act, man. Let's get that. So what does that lead into? Jacob's trouble, man. Okay, this is Daniel chapter 12. Matter of fact, yeah, Daniel chapter 12. And it says, at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. Because the only people that's going to be delivered out of Jacob's trouble is going to be the Israelites, all right? The small number, the small remnant that the Most High is only saving, okay? But a lot of people's going to die here, man. 2/3 of the nation of Israel is going to die during Jacob's trouble, man. Okay? So this is coming unto here in America, man. Because think about it, where are you going to flee to? You can't go to Canada, because if you go to Canada, matter of fact, Canada is already starting to shut down the banks, get into people's bank account and shutting it down, man. Okay? You can't even leave out of America without having a passport, man. You got to have a passport to leave. All right? Esau is not going to let you leave, man. And where you going to go to? Mexico? No. America owns all of this. Okay? And if you think about it, Mexico is part of North America. Okay? Because the Americas is divided into 3 parts. All right? North America, Central America, and South America. You see? And then if you go to Mexico, what you gonna do over there? Nothing. You got the cartels. They gonna start bugging out too. You see? That's why it says, there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation even to that same time. Now, if you know a little bit of history, this time is going to be worse than 70 AD. Okay? This time is going to be worse than any times that, pretty much during slavery when Esau, started taking over us here in the Americas. All of that is not going to be compared unto what's going to happen here. You understand me? Let me get Jeremiah, Salakia. Jeremiah 31. Salakia, Jeremiah 30. And I'll start at verse 5. And it reads, For thou sayest the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, we heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now, and see whether a man does travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turning to paleness, man. Yeah, it's gonna be some scary ass times, okay? Oh, and I'm gonna suggest a movie to watch. It's The Purge, The Forever Purge. Okay, it's a really good movie, man, because in the movie it shows, that you can purge for, the whole night. Okay. Now in the movie it shows that, people are purging throughout the whole night, and then it's gonna last for about 12 hours, right? And it was supposed to stop. It was supposed to stop like around 7 in the morning when the sun comes up. But in the movie, it didn't stop. Okay? And it was Esau. So it's like Hollywood, the Lord, through the Spirit of the Lord, he's showing you through Hollywood, man, of the things that's happening, that's going to happen. And in this movie, it showed you, it showed you how Esau, he started, they were still killing Jakes. And most of it was Jakes. Jakes was getting the works, And people was trying to flee into Texas. So like they was trying to flee into Mexico. But then again, it's like they even blocked off the gates because of, because these damn rednecks, these Edomites was bugging. They was crazy, and they was just killing these people, man. So that's what's going to happen here in America, man. Okay? It's going to be worse than over there in Ukraine, because this is Jacob's trouble. It's supposed to be the worst time ever, man. All right? Jeremiah 30:6 again, it says, Ask ye now and see whether a man does travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turning to paleness. Verse 7, At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. You see, none is like it, man. It is even the times of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Yeah, and that he is talking about the remnant, the nation of the remnant, the small remnant that the Most High is gonna save in these last days, man. The elect. I couldn't even get out the word the elect, but the elect is what the Most High is saving these days, man. Okay, let me get another scripture real quick. This is Ezekiel. All right, this is Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. And it says, And the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of men, that sign and that cry for all the abomination that be done in the midst thereof. Yeah, because the elect, they ready to come out of here, man. You know, we're tired of being in this place, man. You know, we're tired of being around wickedness. All right. This is not, this is bullshit. This is a nightmare being here in America. Verse 5, and it says, unto the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. And this is the Lord speaking to the death angel, man. All right. This death angel is going to go through the city of Jerusalem. Yeah. Because we are a people before us, a place. Okay. So the Most High is going to go through y'all so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and he's about to do a lot of killing. All right. And the scattered Israelites as well too, man. Verse 6, and it says, slain, utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women. All right, because the Most High don't care how old, how you look, how humble you might look right now, man. If you are the part of the 2/3, you're going to get that work. And it says, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark. And that mark is being purged out from destruction. All right. And began of my sanctuary. Then they begun at the ancient men which were before the house. Okay. You see, and now that's the point, man. Okay. That all what's going on over there in Ukraine, that's coming here to America. Okay. All of this. Okay. You see, women, children, men, don't matter how old you are, you're going to get some work, The judgment's going to come. Okay? And I'm going to end it by saying, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakha Kodash, and Abad Babal. Hopefully this lesson will be edifying unto you. And I'm going to say Shalom.